Ethan Carter stood frozen in the basement as the sound of pounding from behind the metal door grew louder, echoing through the entire house. But by the time police arrived the next morning, everything had already changed inside the Carter family, and no one was ready for what Ethan was about to discover. The officers treated the situation as a missing person case at first, focusing on Ethan's father, Daniel Carter, who had reportedly vanished without explanation. Ethan tried telling them about the basement, about Chloe, and about the voice he heard, but every adult in that house repeated the same thing. He was confused, he was stressed, and he needed to stop making accusations without proof. Even his mother, Linda Carter, refused to believe him, insisting Chloe would never be involved in anything harmful and accusing Ethan of trying to destroy the family with wild stories. That was the moment Ethan realized something deeper was protecting Chloe inside that house, something even stronger than truth itself. Later that same day, Ethan returned home after questioning the police and found the basement door locked from the outside. Chloe stood at the top of the stairs watching him silently. There was no anger on her face this time, only calm control, as if she already knew exactly what he was thinking. Ethan demanded she tell him who was behind the metal door, but Chloe simply told him to stop creating problems. She reminded him that their mother was already stressed, and that if Ethan continued pushing, he would be the one blamed when everything collapsed. Ethan noticed something new in her behavior that day. She wasn't trying to defend herself anymore. She was trying to control what he could and could not see. That night, Ethan could not sleep. He kept thinking about the voice from behind the door, especially the part that sounded like his father. Around 2 a.m., he quietly went downstairs again, determined to find another way into the basement. This time, the basement felt different. The air was heavier, and the usual quiet sounds of the house were replaced by distant movement he could not explain. Ethan found a small gap behind a stack of storage boxes near the far wall. Inside it, he discovered something unexpected. A second hidden panel. Unlike the main metal door, this one looked newer, like it had been used recently. As Ethan touched it, he heard footsteps above him. Someone was coming downstairs. It was Chloe. She found him immediately, as if she had been waiting for this moment. Instead of stopping him right away, she asked a question that confused him more than anything else so far. She asked if he had spoken to the police about the basement. Ethan did not answer. Chloe stepped closer and told him that whatever he thought he heard down there, it was not what he believed it to be. She said their father had already left the family, that he chose to walk away months ago, and that Ethan needed to accept it. But Ethan remembered the voice. He remembered the fear in it. He remembered his father calling for help. Then Chloe did something unexpected. She unlocked the basement door. Ethan hesitated, but followed her down. This time, the metal door was already open slightly, just enough for light to pass through. Inside, Ethan saw something that made him step back instantly. The room behind the door was not empty. It was organized. Too organized. There were documents, photographs, and recordings placed carefully across a desk. Some of them showed their father, not leaving, not missing. But inside that room. Chloe stood behind him and quietly said that Ethan was only seeing part of the story. She told him that their father had discovered something about the family weeks before he disappeared, something that would have destroyed everything if it ever reached the outside world. Ethan turned around and asked her directly where their father was. For the first time, Chloe's expression changed. Not fear, not anger, something closer to hesitation. Then a phone on the desk suddenly lit up. A new message appeared. It was sent from an unknown number, but the preview line made Ethan's heart drop immediately. It's time he knows the truth. Chloe reached for the phone quickly, but Ethan grabbed it first. Before she could stop him, he opened the message and saw a single attached video file labeled with his father's name. Chloe told him not to play it, her voice sharper than before, but Ethan had already pressed play. The video did not start with his father speaking. It started with the sound of the basement door closing from the inside. Then a voice came through the recording, weak but clear, confirming what Ethan had feared all along. His father was not gone. He had been here recently. The video ended abruptly before showing anything else, But one final frame appeared for less than a second, a date, a time, and a message written underneath it. Ethan is next. Before Ethan could react, the basement lights went out completely, and in the darkness, Chloe whispered something that made him drop the phone. You were never supposed to see that. If Ethan was never supposed to see that, then what exactly has the Carter family been hiding this entire time? And why did the message say, Ethan is next? Episode 3 reveals what was really inside the hidden recordings, and the terrifying reason Chloe wanted the basement sealed forever. If you think Chloe is protecting someone, comment, Chloe knows everything. Like this video if you want the next episode immediately. And subscribe now before episode 3 drops, because the next part changes everything Ethan thought he knew about his family.